My name is Rohit Das. I am a senior advisor with the UK Environment Agency. I work in green finance function. My qualifications, I have a bachelor's degree in civil engineering from National Institute of Technology, Bhopal, India, and a master's degree in water resources, technology and management from the University of Birmingham. I am chartered with CIWEM. I am a chartered water and environmental manager, and I have project management qualifications from ATM and a CFA level 4 certificate in climate and investing. I have been working in the water and environmental sector for about 9 years. I started working for a leading consultancy back in 2013 before moving to public sector in early 2019. In my early career days, I was involved in developing numerical models to support water and environmental investment decisions before moving on to doing sort of financial modeling. And in my current role, I work on developing financial mechanisms to support green finance investments. I'm closely involved with CIWEM, and I'm a member of the climate change panel. Being part of the panel has helped me gain insight into wider climate change issues that impact different industries and economic sectors. CIWEM has also been extremely helpful throughout my career journey. I remember back in 2017, I managed a ministerial delegation visit from Sri Lanka to the UK as part of a World Bank funded project. CIWEM leadership was very gracious in hosting the delegation at their HQ, and the chief executive of CIWEM led an insightful discussion with the delegation on UK's capabilities and skills in the general water and environmental management sector. So following my bachelor's degree in civil engineering, I wanted to gain some first-hand experience of working in the civil engineering sector. Therefore, I started my first job with a large engineering procurement and construction company in India, and predominantly working in the power sector. Now, I realized that working for a high carbon emitting sector wasn't aligned to my personal motivations and career goals. And also there was a shift in Indian government's policy, and they were not keen on new power projects. So I decided to switch tracks and pursue a career in the water and environmental sector. I would say there is never a perfect moment to start learning something new. It might be a new skill or a programming language at work, or a new hobby or interest outside of work. What I would say is it's okay to try and fail a few times, but what's not okay is never to have tried at all. Yes, it has been a combination of being able to seek out opportunities, cultivate mentorships within and outside of immediate organization, and also saying yes to anything remotely interesting. I remember a time when I was a water resources modeler on a World Bank project in Nigeria, and in an internal flight to Abuja, my then line manager asked me, "Rohit, you do Excel models, right? Can you do a financial model for a desalination plant?" And I said, "Yes, how difficult can it be?" Famous last words. It turned out it wasn't easy at all. I spent days teaching myself concepts of financial modeling, and I took some training courses on the subject, and my superiors were very supportive of this endeavor. And this led me to being a financial modeler, and that opened up a whole new world of opportunities. I began doing financial modeling for leading development financial institutions before landing on my current role. I think it's not being able to differentiate between something I enjoyed doing vis-a-vis something I was good at, but didn't necessarily enjoy. Back in my consultancy career, I found that I was reasonably good at doing business development and writing bids. I managed some decent project wins, and I was recognized by my team and my superiors. But my time was being increasingly spent on some commercial and business aspects that I didn't necessarily enjoy. After a while, I realized that this was impacting my mental well-being. My work on a day-to-day basis was not helping achieve any direct positive environmental outcomes. I think this has been perhaps one of my biggest career-related disappointments. Mental and physical health is very important. I have to admit that I haven't been perfect, and at times I might have ignored my own well-being in my early career days. Later on, I realized that a career is not a marathon, but it's a sprint. It's a sprint and not a marathon. time invested in mental and physical well-being, it could be outdoor pursuits like running or walking, is as important as time invested in learning the latest hydrological modeling software or a GIS software, or even running pivot tables on Excel. Changes quite a lot. I was a numerical modeler in my early career days, and I had a firm belief that the solution to every problem, every challenge lies in a spreadsheet, preferably with numerous tabs and multicolored cells. As I progressed through my career, I've taken a slightly nuanced approach to challenges and realized the importance of taking a step back and looking at the big picture. It's very easy to lose track of the forest for the trees, or spreadsheets in my case. Taking care of your health and mental well-being, nothing is more important than that. Being aware of your strengths and weaknesses and capitalize on your strengths. It's okay not to be an all-rounder. It's okay to be a team player and not a team leader. It's really important to know what your strengths are, where your comfort zone lies, and what really motivates you. You might, as I said before, you might be good at something, but if it's not something you enjoy, then that will bring long-term dissatisfaction. Early career professionals working in large consultancy firms are more likely to have formal routes to chartership and built into their early careers development framework. For others, I would say attending local CIWEM events and having conversations with their line managers to help achieve those key competencies. I would also recommend taking up online courses. And during the pandemic, we all saw a wealth of online resources and materials coming up with the climate agenda, with the whole climate awareness. There is greater focus on these subject matters. So I would really encourage younger professionals to sign up for these free online courses. Lucky to have formal mentoring through my professional chartership application process in my previous consultancy career. I would definitely recommend early career professionals to go through formal mentoring process if it exists within their organizations. If it doesn't exist, I think local CIWEM local branches are very helpful, and CIWEM also have an official mentoring platform, and it's best to make use of that. Thank you.